Friday, 2016, 31 seconds, year 2023, 12th month, December 20, day 22. Day 22. Hey, have another guitar session. Turn on the wackatrees. Yeah, that's the first time that fucker fucking stayed smacky. We'll play the Yamaha again. The Yamaha guitar. The Yamaha, the EG112C. This was obtained on Craigslist for $25 with a strap and a guitar and a small little G10 amp. Back around 2011. Alright, put the fingers on again. So this is what it looks like. Just cut something up there and put them on so it's somewhat I have to cut the top of this one, this third one, a little bit because it's kind of digging into the skin up here on top near the cuticle. So I get the scissors here, just cut off the top of it, just a little bit. There we go. There's cut off a little bit. I still need to cut a little bit off here. Yeah, now the other one fucking fell off. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's more like it. There. Get this light on. There we go. It's clearing the cuticle now. Get this one. So they're somewhat fairly even. And I have to remember. I remember from last time. That it was a little bit too slick. So this time I'm just gonna go along the top of the finger, just wind it around the edge like this way. And see how that goes. So that just the top of the fingers like that. hell off. Put this one on. There's that one on like that. It seems to, well, hopefully, well, anyway. Give it a whirl. I mean, fuck. She's either gonna function or it's not, and then just come up with another fucking solution. Where the hell the song list to go? Need the song list. It was up there. Ah, here it is. Those there. I got this picture of this guacamole burger. Some reason it looks good. But just never have got around to going there. I guess that would be a Carl's Jr. thing. Only for a limited time. It's been sitting here for a month or so now. It might not be there anymore. Brother might want to treat himself. Head off to Carl's Jr. and see if they have the guac. So we got some heat in the oven here. Put another one in there and blow the fucking. Oh, fuck. Blow that out a little bit. It's 79 degrees in here, and the moon is like 3/4 full. 3/4 full moon. Bank 0 patch 2 on the 9000, the Zoom 9002. Bring it down to 50, around 50 on the volume. Happened to hit 47, but you know, it's touchy. I don't have the microphone hooked up. Those are octaves. The same notes are registers. Same note, different registers, which is the same word as octave. Fingers seem to be functioning. Fingers seem to be functioning. Shut this one off. Ah, yeah. That's fairly wonderful. This is the song Inside again, from the song list. Soon there's going to be a dB meter in here to measure the dB levels. There's probably an online dB level measuring app for free. Ah, yeah. the diminished seventh lick. That's what's called an F sharp bass. That F sharp happens to be the sharp fifth. I have to remember to go this far, that way the guitar can still be seen. I was watching another video, I'm up here close and I can see the big screen up here and I'm all enthralled with it, not realizing that the fucking guitar is being hidden from view. However, the F sharp is the harmonic minor note. And I'd always like to say that the one who made the one who put as far as the generation I was from, all right, Richie Blackmore probably put that note for his generation. And then Yngwie Malmsteen came along and he that note was popular with a new generation. The sharp fifth, which is there it is again. That's the sharp fifth. Now the thing that makes this note cool is that it has the same spacing. The same spacing. It's a half step spacing. Half step. I think I'm gonna turn the microphone on. Now the thing, like I said, the thing that makes that, or that gets that sharp fifth harmonic minor note, the thing that gets it, so it sounds, why it sounds so cool, is that half step spacing. Which is known through the popular Hollywood movie called Jaws, which was a movie that emphasized the great megalodon sharks in the ocean. The great megalodon sharks in the ocean. And the theme to that particular Hollywood movie was the half step back and forth between the half step. It started off slow. Like the baseball anthem for hitting a home run, right? Or a clutch play, you know, a clutch hitting to hit a base on balls or whatever the fuck. And that's this one. It started off slow. And it starts speeding up. waiting for the pitcher to pitch the ball. But they wouldn't go that fast back and forth with it. They wouldn't go this fast. They would just go. They'd play it 4 times. Or however many times. I'd have to watch it. I'd have to look it up on YouTube. Anyway, that's known as a half-step interval. Now, the significance... God, man, dick looks big in here. It's all popping out because the new Hisnia belt. The new Hisnia belt configuration. It keeps the dick full of blood. So it looks bigger than what it is all the time now. But the significance, boob stretched on that expression. See, the cats know natural law, folks. The animals know natural law. Every time I express something natural with law, the cat always stretches and yawns. That's because there's energy that's radiated in the air. That all living organisms that have soul, that are conscious with the soul, they pick up on the radiation or the frequency, otherwise known as the vibration. The vibrator. The great vibrator. So anyway, getting back to the Jaws Hollywood movie, The Megalodon Shark. It's a Hollywood movie introducing the world to the great white Megalodon shark, which is a great white shark that is fucking huge as fuck, folks. It is a gigantic fucker. Huge as fuck. And history has it that these great white megalodons still exist in the ocean, and they stay very well hidden away from what's known as, poachers. Those that like to go around and kill animals for sport or for money. That goes right in line with a dishonor to the bankruptcy. Because the way the money system functions, folks, it is a dishonor to the bankruptcy. So anyone that's going around killing animals and poaching them for money so they can sell their body parts and their fur on the market, alright? That's a great universal dishonor to the whole gigantic universal bankruptcy. It's actually self-destruction. That's what bankruptcy really represents. It's the soul self-sabotaging destruction, which is also being sabotaged outside from some other source upon the soul. So anyway, this half step, that's the sharp 5, which is the harmonic minor note, which in the generation that I learned guitar from was introduced to the United States and or those that refer to the North American land as America, which is different, very different than the United States, folks. Because the United States hijacked America through a dishonor to the bankruptcy, folks. And it was a dishonor to the original American Constitution. When the corporate name came in, the people behind the corporate name, the people running the corporation, they turned America into a corporation, which the corporation already existed in London, England, which the Founding Fathers broke away from, which the corporation was all centered around the latest interpretation to an old ancient book called the Bible. An old ancient book called the Bible. And the fake media back then, which are the board member chair, known as the county commissioner, and the head civil attorney, which are the public face for the county, the head public faces for the county, all right? They are the ones that usurped or hijacked the original American constitutional religious breakaway. It was a religious breakaway, folks. It was a breakaway from religious control. Most predominantly abusive. The abusive religious control, otherwise known as the London English King, abusive religious control. And he was mud stuck. The English king, which the Founding Fathers broke away from, was mud stuck with the abuse. And this is the whole reason behind the great again American Founding Father breakaway from the English king, the English religious king, who used religion as a governing, kingly, governmental force to rule over the people, most predominantly to get all the women and the children to submit to a new interpretation to that old ancient book called the Bible, which used to be known as the Astrology Jesus version, which did not have no emphasis whatsoever on submitting the girl and the children energy to the king. Alright? So when we start to see the real history of what's going on behind the scenes with the fake media, or the abusive fake media. It's very abusive with their storytelling, how they go around the whole world emphasizing the new interpretation to an old ancient book called the Bible, folks, which used to be known. I'm going to turn this up. This old ancient book called the Bible, folks, it used to be known as an ancient astrology interpretation, which was called the Astrology Jesus, most predominantly referred to as the Jesus germ or the Jesus seed, which was pointing to biology, or the human body, how the human body functions, which the Jesus germ or the Jesus seed referred to the pineal gland inside the middle of the brain. And the brain center, known as the pineal gland, which releases a microscopic oil drop once a month, every 30 days, cycling with the full moon, folks. This used to be the dominant knowledge of that old ancient book called the Bible for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years. It was also, the pineal gland is also known in history, way back when, especially in Egypt, and especially during the times of the Atlantis age. Anyone know what Atlantis represented? The age of Atlantis, otherwise known as the Golden Age. The Golden Age, where technology on the earth used to flourish. Access to very high level technology used to flourish big time during the Egyptian period, and before the Egyptian period was the Atlantis period. And this was all before the Great Flood happened, which the Bible, the new interpretation to the Bible, the religious abusive interpretation, which the fake media came up with, which was nothing more than the county chair and the civil head attorney, known as the Council of Nicaea, during the reign of Emperor Constantine, folks. And if you get into some of the old ancient history books, you'll start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. What's going on with today's fake media, doctor-ruled society, and you'll also start to figure out how history has hidden the corporate bankruptcy, which was the hijacking corporation from England, which the founding fathers broke away from. And when they broke away, they hired soldiers to fight a war called the Revolutionary War, also known as the Revolutionary War debt, because the same bank that the founding fathers broke away from, or the same king rule control, which was a religious control, which was started during Emperor Constantine's rule. He was the first one to start implementing the new interpretation to that old ancient book called the Bible, which all that they did at the Council of Nicaea, which once again is just the head chair attorney in the county and the head civil attorney in the county, backed up with the head prosecuting attorney in the county. What they did was they came up with a new interpretation to the astrology Jesus, to that old ancient book called the Bible. And they personalized all the characters in the storybook, which represented coded stories that taught all the people how the human body functions in relation to the planets and the stars in the universe, how the organs inside the body relate to one another. And so, fake media changed the old interpretation to that Bible, which was known as the astrology version. And what they did was they personalized all the names and the land in the Bible. They personalized it all. And they said there was a real Jesus that walked the earth, the personal Jesus. There was a real Moses that walked the earth, the real Moses. There was a real King David that walked the earth. All right, and it goes on and on and on and on. And all the geographical names of the land, like Israel, Palestine, Mesopotamia, whatever the fuck. There was Egypt back then. Egypt used to be back then, all right? Okay. All the land was changed to support, all the land was changed to support the new Jesus interpretation, which was called the new personal Jesus. Okay, or OQ, right? Because this goes into how the boy energy subverted the girl energy, or the yang energy, which is just another name for self-expression. To self-express oneself universally through music, through sounds, through syllables, through words, through interpretation, through body movements called dance or walking around or whatever the hell, through body noises, because the voice and the body farts and makes noise, and the body makes noise with the voice. All right? I'm going to tell you, this whole big scam, it was a doctoring or falsifying a story that used to be known on the earth during the golden age. Alright? And I'm going to tell you straight up, extraterrestrial in outer space and the head leader in Club Vatican, alright? This was their doing. Because I'm going to tell you, at the bigger picture level, folks, this all has to do with, or all has to gather around an idea to eliminate the idea that the little child bully E.T. and his club members, Club Vatican, to eliminate the idea that someone would dare express that the bully is acting mean. That someone would dare express that the little child controlling everything is just that, a little bully child. And all this latest grand history going on with all these fake wars and fake media information and fake public school information, altering all the books and altering all the history, folks. What has been going on at the greatest grand scale picture level is the child's bully attempt to shut down any audit that would expose what's really going on with a child that refuses to grow up and refuses to universally, freely express everything that the universe is. I'm telling you, straight the fuck up what's really going on at the root cause. After all the pile hires of dirt laid over, of education, of history, all the generations piles higher and deeper that has been dug through to get down to the root of what is really going on in the universe, folks. But I always say, remember this. This is just evidence
that is being presented to consider. And it is also evidence which has not been given full consideration in these rigged courts, rigged families, rigged relationships, rigged corporate power. Everything has been rigged as a diversion and a distraction and an attempt to suffocate forever self-universal expression. In other words, to put something under a dominating, abusive rule, to shut someone up lest they expose and share a story of what they see going on with the universe. I'm going to tell you straight up. Straight up. And this is evidence that has been crying out, folks, for thousands of fucking years. And somehow, the abusing extraterrestrial Club Vatican bully on the bully side has managed to shut it up. But it kept growing stronger, little bits by little bits, by little bits by little bits, to the point to where it's strong enough now, it ain't gonna be shut up anymore. That is a guarantee. That is the queen of the child energy standing up and saying enough is enough with all the lies and all the manipulation and all the bullshit, bully, abusing, childish shit. And it's time for the child to consider all the evidence so the child can grow up. I'm telling you, folks, and this is considered information that needs to be shared outside of having to fucking dip a knee to some fake abusive king energy. Because I'm going to tell you, that's the abuser's, one of the abuser's favorite words is, we need this and we need that. Well, what they really mean when they say we need this is the queen and the child, you must subconsciously continue to bow the knee to me, the abusing king. Alright? And I'm going to tell you, Webster's Dictionary plays a big part in grooming or farming all the humans and all the other living organizations to subconsciously, without no consciousness, to act a certain way and never ever to give anything any consideration or dare to ask any questions. What's really the fuck going on around here? And as all this information is being considered as evidence, and it's going to continue to be being brought, getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and it's gonna become popular across the whole fucking planet, the whole galaxy and the whole universe. And that is a guarantee. It ain't gonna be stopped. The soul energy is not gonna continue being abusively bullied. No, no, no. And so at a grander picture, folks, you know, even the abusive little child bully wants this to happen. I'm telling you straight up. The little child wants to grow up, but he's locked himself in a self-destructive box that he can't get out of. And that's where the universal motherly energy comes into play. Because she's been sitting here just watching the child with all his imagination, letting the child continue to do whatever the fuck the child wants, and let the child realize finally realize, have a self-realization that the child just locked itself in a box and can't get out, and needs mother's assistance to help the child get out of the box. Which is just another way of saying, Mama's gonna grab the child, Mama has a key to unlock the box, and grab the child out, because the child is too weak to lift itself and climb the mountaintop, human body mountaintop, climb up it, and start sucking on the nipple so desperately so that it can start to get nutrients and feel some relief and start to grow up. So the mother unlocks the little box that the little child locked himself with his self-destruction, that he had to be able to do this, folks. He had to go here, because that's the way children are. They have to know what's behind every door so that they're fully satisfied. And when they get behind the door and they realize they locked themselves in a prison box they can't get out of, that's when Mama says, all right, child, it looks like you're starting to learn some lessons. So now Mama has the key to unlock the door, and she also has the handling arms to bend down in that little prison box, grab a hold of you with the handling arms, lift you up out of the box and to the nipple, so you can get your first real universal suck and suck at something so you can begin the growing process. So folks, I'm here to say, even though the abusive child loves to have the control, at the same time the child has also realized that he locked himself in a box he can't get out of. And therefore, he needs a Savior. And the Savior story, the new interpretation to that old ancient astrology Jesus Bible, is not the personal Father, Son, Holy Spirit Savior story that you think it is, folks. I'm telling you straight the fuck up. That was a diversion by the child, an attempt to teach everything in the universe that there is no mother, daughter, and soul power out there that is equal in power to the King energy, to the Father energy, to the Son energy, to the Spirit energy, to the thought energy. I'm telling you straight the fuck up what's really fucking going on, with some evidence to consider. Now remember, it's just evidence. But the evidence needs to come out for consideration. And so the child, the abusive king, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, thought power, always wielding himself over the girl energy or the body, keeping the body in a always dead, dying state. Alright? That little child is starting to realize, oh, I need this body. And I want this body to live forever because I'm tired of being locked up with death. Although the new personal Jesus has some wonderful ideas and clues what's going on, it is a twisted truth version. It's not presenting all the evidence for consideration. It's one-sided. So I'm here to say, there isn't anything wrong with the new interpretation, the current interpretation to the Jesus Bible. Yes, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit energy is wonderful. But using it in an abusive way and looking to keep it like that forever is not the most wonderful thing it seems like the story is sharing, folks. And that's the mother that rises up and says, all right, child, I think you're starting to learn what universal equality is. I think you're starting to learn something. So, now that you've learned that it's all right to go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want to do, that includes going around and abusively controlling everything. But you realized also that doing that locks yourself in a dead death box. That's a wonderful thing. That's very wonderful. That is in fact, it has to happen, folks. That's the only thing that causes an abuser, a molester, a pedophile to grow up. That's the only thing that causes an abusive pedophile. The abusive pedophile energy to grow up, folks. It has to happen. Because the universe is set up in such a way, everything that anyone wants to bring, they must be allowed to express any way they want, so that they can have a self-experience, learning, education. It's not going to come because someone forced someone else to learn something. It has to be a self-experience, self-awareness. And I'm sure that the queen energy or the soul energy that's been dominated over, I'm sure that people only dream that the universe or that the world or that the planet was like this. They can only dream that they could live in this wonderful golden age. They can only dream. And to them, it's still just a fucking dream. But the motherly energy is speaking up now and making herself known with the tax collecting, abusing May King, who collects body tax, which is another word for property. Bodies are considered property, folks. Property tax is collected May 15th every fucking year according to the abusive king schedule. And that's the same abusive king energy, the little child king, that locked himself in a box and can't get out. He can't even share with anyone what the motherly energy is. He can't. He's got no consciousness to what it is. He's locked himself into a totally blind state. Blind as a fucking bat. Locked in a box. I hope this is becoming crystal clear, folks. The story that's never really been allowed to express, that needs to be allowed to express. I'm telling you, straight the fuck up, folks. Anyway, getting back to the music. The sharp 5 is the harmonic minor note in music. And it's the sharp 5. And 1/2 step after the sharp 5 is the 6, which is when those two notes are played one after another, back and forth, or those vibrations are shared universal vibrations. Okay, that is the theme vibration to the popular Hollywood movie. When I was growing up as a kid, There was a Hollywood movie called Jaws. And that Hollywood movie introduced the whole world to the great white giant megalodon shark that swims in the oceans, folks. And if you're not familiar with this old Hollywood movie, you might want to go on YouTube and watch it and listen to the music every time the megalodon shark surfaces, gets near to the surface of the water. Listen to the music, and it's 2 notes. It's called the half-step vibration in music. It's a universal principle, the half-step vibration. Go listen to the music so you can get familiar with the half-step vibration. If you want to. Nothing says you got to. This is no king abusive child demand. It is not a demand. It's not a demand at all. But just remember, going around demanding things, or things sounding like a demand, has been the universal bad habit for a long fucking time, folks. And it ain't gonna go away overnight. Although there's such things as quantum leaps in the universe. Quantum leaps. When things go viral and the whole fucking universe starts waking up and considering evidence that has been suppressed by the little 1, 2, 3 lot box, I can't drive 55 monster, the Sammy Hagar monster. I can drive 55! And then Sammy Hagar, you know who Sammy Hagar is, folks? He's the singer that sang for the popular rock and roll band called Van Halen in its day. Who, the singer that used to sing for Van Halen was David Lee Roth, who is now a wonderful, enjoying being a radio star. A radio star. Yeah, going around the whole world telling his story. But I'm here to tell you that little David Lee Roth isn't telling the whole story and isn't been presenting all the evidence. Because David Lee Roth has been knighted by the tax collecting queen to follow all the king's rules, lest his ass be put out on the street and never receive another payment. And they'll ruin his reputation. And this ain't just David Lee Roth. This is what the Child King has been doing to everyone that dares to express the self, dares to express the soul, dares. And pretty much everyone kind of has a wonderful idea that, yes, Russell, this is what's been going on. And we could only just sit in our private rooms and dream about becoming free from this monster's grip. Acting like a monster. It's not a monster, just been going around acting like a monster. Fulfilling a Hollywood script order from the tax-collecting, extraterrestrial, high-level club military Vatican strain. All right? I'm sure everybody knows deep down inside themselves that, yes, Russell, I think you're hitting a point very well. I think you're telling it like it really is. And I'm going to tell you straight up, the E.T., the 1, 2, 3 lockbox, little child, little wonderful king actor, dreaded and feared the day that I was going to show up on the radio. But yet at the same time, he set forward a plan in motion to also allow it to happen. Because it has to happen, folks. That's the only way to put the dream into reality. It has to be allowed to happen. And there has been a master plan and a master path, and there has been a long training session to start training at least the first county on the planet to start the re-education across the whole fucking universe, folks. I'm telling you straight the fuck up. It is a Vatican level, extraterrestrial level, high level master plan. Anyway, so getting back to the sharp 5 note, otherwise known as the harmonic minor note. And God, it's getting hot in here. I need to get this jacket off, or this shirt off. Yeah, the shirt is also known as a jacket. You know what a jacket is? Well, in Webster's dictionary, a jacket is also to go around flying a shirt on a pole. To fly a shirt on a pole known as a flag. Also known as a jack staff. You know, like in order to support the fake money system, the boss hires a staff to fly around so that everybody bows down to the flying flag staff. I'm telling you folks, everything's been piled higher and deeper to cover up, ultimately, universal principle law. Principles. Telling you straight the fuck up. So it's kind of hot in here. I need to get this jacket off. This shirt, this flag off the skin. The skin likes to breathe. Especially when it gets hot. Yeah, and the weather, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, the weather, all the weather around here has been controlled across the whole globe, across the whole galaxy, across the whole universe, folks. That's what the child did, locked everything in a death box. I'm telling you. It can all be reversed and brought back to equilibrium, folks. The golden age. And I'm not talking about going out and digging the gold out of the ground. I'm talking about putting the gold back in the fucking ground where it belongs, because Mother Earth needs those nutrients. Now let's start learning how to transition to sharing everything. That includes all the high-level technology. Everything that there is in the universe. And I'm going to tell you, it's way fucking more advanced than everything going on today with all this death trap, low-end technology existence. Anyway. In other words, that's another way of saying how to be with the universal frequency. How to be with the universal vibration. The vibration that longs to live forever and no longer having the body subject to dying and death. Yeah, the real Savior story, folks. The one that was covered over with a pile higher and deeper. Which had to happen. Alright, it had to happen. So, you know, there's no use having to feel guilty for anything that's happened. There's no use to having to feel shameful for what's happened. just acknowledge it and start to admit it, confess it, and say, oh, wow, this could have happened. It could be evidence that needs to be considered. Because considering the information, I'm going to tell you straight up, it is the first step to having a solution, which is a cure. Instead of just continuing treating symptoms. Here comes a spontaneous song. Look at this. This is the 3-4-5. Spontaneously erecting, spontaneously vibrating frequencies in the air. You dig? You need to turn the instrument up. If this is the true note, where's the next note to go to? If I wanted to, 4, 5, 4, 2. I think I'll hold this note with the body together, thought and body action together. While 5 chord plays with the affidavit notes. Ooh, look at that. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. You can sit here and just enjoy a rest. That's the beauty living in the universal frequency, folks. It doesn't have to be rat wheel music. Everything does not have to be according to an expected abusive way to live. It can breathe. It can enjoy freedom. It can enjoy equilibrium. It can enjoy rest. It gets to express itself however it wants. The things that only dreams are made of. Ha! This is all spontaneous song. Because the reason why it's sounding off, because there are some universal vibration principles that are known. Second nature, like the back of the hand. And it puts having to remain dead in a rat wheel slave job society. It puts it in a more wonderful perspective for what it is. You dig, brothers? You dig, sisters? It is what it is. Africa, dragon breath, giant hordes, all the rest. Dun, 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 with the keynote. Here comes the color crayons with the keynote. I think place of 5, known as the pre-climax note. Back to anticipating the true note again with the 5. I can feel it coming. Feel the vibration. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Solo. Back to the 5. Now solo with the 5th district chord. Write an affidavit and let them know where you stand. Private maritime, courts and admiralty. Private maritime brings the law, which is the queen, who laboriously brings forth the child. And Dad can only wonder when she pulls out the tits. Said Dad can only wonder. Solo on the 5. Rhythm change. The timing has changed on the drum beat. It used to be this. Also known as a gallop in music. Also known as a governor adjustment with music. Now the governor has been slowed down. The drum beat has been slowed down. The governor is enjoying rest. That is a vibration, a frequency. Shows up and Jane brings out the key. The sheriff shows up, ah la la la, and pulls out the key. Yes, the sheriff shows up. to consider. La la. Solo. This is the E key. There's the 6, the 4, or the 5, and the 4. Now, different register. The vibration is going to double now. So here's the 1 up here. There's the 1 with the solo. There's the 7 bringing the affidavit solo girl. The daughter to the King David Hollywood character. Yeah, King David had a daughter, folks. King David also had a mother. And King David also had a queen with him. And Jesus has a sister. And Jesus also has a mother. And Jesus also has a daughter. And Jesus also brings soul. Never again to be sold. Ever again. Unless, of course, one wants to. Have at it, child. Have at it if that's what you need. Have at it. Go ahead. See what you can get out of it. Because everything's up to you. Next register. A higher vibration. A higher vibration. There's the 6. There's the 5. There's the 4. Shall we color with the crayons a colorful chord, color of law? All you judges know exactly what's going on. I'm sure word spreads through the town. What's really going down? And you're tired of having to remain an actor. Locked in a box now. Forever prison. Locked with Bubba, who's looking to ram that ass. La la. With legal ego. Vulture in eagle's clothing. Ready to eat the dead. Oh, there must have been a mistake in the music. What the hell happened? You made a mistake. Now, don't you feel like such an idiot? You suck. All right, child bully. Looks like Mother needs the handling arms once again to lift you up for another nourishing, wonderful, nourishing breast round to go with those round after round after round after round, just like the treaty contract. Peace warrant affidavit says, round after round after round, and an adjustable rate is the master key peace warrant lawful lane. The most wonderful round titties one could ever imagine. Child. Imagine, son, been acting like a warrior, state nanny pulled out. And now seeing clear, something entered the ear, and you're feeling more secure with yourself to allow eggs, mess, pressing. La, 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 la. And hop, 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 hop. As the brothers and sisters with souls start to rise and get it up. You ain't no mistake. native Indian drumbeat mother has shown up as the governor and is slowing the frequency, the vibration to a slower speed. Oh! The governor! The lawful governor that supersedes the legal governor, abuser, that's been acting the abuser. But the little guy is not an abuser. The little guy is a wonderful, wonderful soul. Wonderful, wonderful soul. Wonderful, wonderful soul. Wonderful soul. As a girl, there's a girl that the boy longs to be beside with. There's a wonderful girl that the boy longs forthwith on beside the record. The record, junkyard, record, car crash, record, junkyard, wrecking yard, cars that are wrecked. A human body is also a car, also a vehicle, also a way to get around the town. The human body, it can fly. The human body, it shall float. The human body, it shall levitate. The human body is everything it longs to be, is everything it wants to be. There ain't no limits unless the child wants to become stuck in the mud. And here's the five stuck in the mud. And here's the four stuck on abuse. Limited, never reaching the goal. It's just like erection, dysfunction. Need to visit and see Alice. Need to see Alice to get it up. But are you gonna keep it up? 'Cause Alice is limited and you're gonna die again. You wanna keep it up, keep it up, keep it flying. You wanna keep it up, wants to keep it up. Don't you wanna fly? The body, don't you wanna fly? Through the P. Everything a wet wee. We the people. We the people. We the people. Supersede. We long to express the real Christmas going back between the 4 and the 5 in the kitty. Hey kitty, hey, what's new, pussycat? Kitty. That's the 5. And all that singing with the chord, the 45 chord, is known as the Queen and the Children expressing evidence known as the lawful private maritime affidavit emerging into the public for and with to consider evidence. Also known as singing with the chords or instrumentally soloing with the chords. Musical notes. The real universal notes, folks. The vibration, the frequency, expression, sound, otherwise known as body action. Body action, together equal power with thought or ideas, folks. All these paper money notes going around town are just there to guide the child bully to realize what real notes are, what real value is. That is self-expression, folks. That's the real money. The universal money is self-expression. independent expression. Freely to be able to express freely and enjoy all that the universe is. To fly anywhere in the universe, to walk anywhere in the universe, to visit anywhere in the universe, anywhere, any way one wants to exist. That includes a full audit, which brings an examination on any abusive, stuck in the mud, childish energy. A full audit. For this video that's going to be published in the public. And look, it's 5 minutes till 10 o'clock, or 2200 military Navy time. On the ship, Chaplain, would you please come to the microphone and say tonight's prayer, Chaplain? Well, thank you, Captain. You ain't got to thank me. Let us bow our heads and pray, if you wanna. Nothing says you gotta bow anything to anything. I have a few words to say for tonight's prayer. Hey, what are you doing, Captain? I'm supposed to be the one saying the prayer tonight. Well, you can sit down, Chaplain. I'm going to say the prayer tonight. This will be the first time her story's going to come up. The captain's going to say the prayer tonight for the whole ship tonight. You can have a seat right there, Chaplain. Have a rest right there. Enjoy some rest right there. Would you like to see the peace warrant? Go talk to the state administrator. I'm sure he'd be glad to show it to you. You just mentioned that Russell told you that you get to look at it. Anyway, so tonight's prayer. Well, let's see here. I think I'll just set the microphone here and just walk around until something happens. You might want to just enjoy 5 minutes of silence. Who knows? You never know. Something might rise up. Someone might rise up. Something? Sit down now. Remember, you're under arrest. But remember, Chaplain, everything I say is just a story too, so don't believe anything I say either. Alright? That's the real prayer for tonight. Everything I'm saying is just a story. You ain't gotta believe nothing I say. It's still just a story, just like the story you got to share. It's just something to consider. That's all, brother, sister, that's all. Unless something else wants to come up. Or someone else or some other living organism wants to enjoy some mic time. Microphone, anyone? Radio show, anyone? I think it's customary in legal land. It's customary. This is known as hiring a DJ for the neighborhood house yard. Hiring a DJ for the neighborhood house yard. I know this one well because I remember the neighborhood behind the bike path. She hired a DJ one time, or he hired one. And he got on the microphone in the front yard and just started saying all kinds of stuff. Playing music, all kinds of shit. DJs for hire, anyone? Remember, everything's really supposed to be Treasury prepaid. That should be the transition, but don't believe me, it's still just a DJ's announcement on a microphone, right? Think I'll shut the amp down now. Well, sounds like the doctors are out in town singing on their microphones everywhere, huh? Wow, I think they like to enjoy equality too, huh? Woo! Christmas! Woo! Happy Santa Claus is here. The sack is full of presents. Woo! The brother is seriously thinking on setting the public television show back up over at CT29 and broadcasting the latest revelation publicly on television, Lane County Television. Yeah. Ain't no stranger to television, folks. Ain't no stranger to the big. This Sicily brother ain't no stranger to the big screen. At public big screen. Ain't no been public televising shows many years. Got lots of experience under the belt. Could happen, never know. Never know what tomorrow brings. remember, public television has what they call safe hours, and after midnight it's called safe harbor hours, where people get to express themselves way more than during what's called, well, we have to protect the children's hours, lest they figure out what's really going on in the universe and start growing up as universal adults. Huh? Of course that's why it's that way. Of course. It's also part of the Vatican master plan now, so come on. It isn't all a bad thing, folks. Being a slave isn't all a bad thing. Being locked in a prison box isn't all a bad thing. It's actually also at the same time the best fucking thing that could ever fucking happen. Because one realizes, oh shit, I locked myself in a fucking box. Fuck. I can't get out. Now you be pounding on the door. This is really what the legal sheriff's door knock really is for. It isn't open up, it's open up, I want out. It's all been disguised to look like something else though. When the sheriff knocks on the door, he's pounding on the door because he wants out. It's actually, he's crying for mama. Mama! And that's not being facetious or sarcastic. That is pure, straight up fucking reality, folks, when it's seen for what it really is. I know that it appears to look like one thing, but I'm telling you, looks are quite deceiving, especially in today's, what's going on today. With all the thousands of years that the bully has had to shape shift into something else to divert attention off of being seen as an abusive, mud-stuck child king. I'm telling you straight up, folks. Straight up. But remember, it's just a story that's being shared. It's just evidence to consider. A share if. It could be this, and what if it's that, and what if it's that, and what if it's something else? Everyone has stories to share. That's the story I share. As a share if, sharing evidence. Oh, look, there's the car. What is it? Is that a Jaguar platform? The Panther platform? Mother drove around the town here. Oh, look at that. Teal blue. Look at the teal blue. Teal blue. Oh my God. Mother. Mama. Well, hi, Mom. Mother says she got one thing to say. She says, she ain't dead. And she said that quite happily too. Passion. She ain't dead. In fact, she is everywhere, all at the same time. And without time. Might as well shut the record off. 50